There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dudes of all teenagers, hi. Apologies for not streaming yesterday. I really wanted to, and I thought I would be able to, but that video took me a lot longer to finish than I thought it would. And it was all wasted effort because WB decided that no matter how much work I put into it, no matter the fact that all of the footage I used were in clips that were less than 30 seconds each, no matter the fact that it was being used in a transformative manner because it is being used for review and reaction, and follows all of the fair use guidelines set by the federal government, WB claimed it. And not just a regular-ass claim, the video's not allowed to be seen. So I have to just wait until the appeal goes through before that video even has the opportunity to be seen. And I hope that the appeal actually does go through. The likelihood, very low, because it's on a channel with no subscribers, and none of my channels would be able to really fight this one substantially. But there shouldn't really be any problems with it. There really shouldn't. It's 55 minutes of me talking about why I did not like the first episode. It is not a substitute for the episode itself. It's a companion piece. But that is not the focus of today. The focus of today is hopefully building some stuff up here at Boston Airport. I want to work some more on the housing and different amenities that we've got here for whoever's stationed on base. So that's what we're going to be getting to. Let's go enter into the build mode here. And we're gonna work on this using some different build methods. Hopefully, it would be the safe thing for me to do would be to use the same build methods that I did for Jamaica Plain and for the castle. That would be the safe thing for me to do because I could do it very quickly relative to what needs to get done. But the thing I want to do is I really just want to go ahead and build something that would fit within the general, more military, greasier, sort of grimier feel of the Brotherhood. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. Oh boy, there we go, now it's loading. But yeah, not having a great time right now. Not having a great time having to deal with all this nonsense from WB. All right. This would be my SOE pack stuff here. Can this snap to what I've already got? Yes, it can. Oh, that's very helpful. But do you have half walls? Probably not. Oh, look at that. You do have half walls. And wide walls that are angled. All right, well, that helps a bit. Hmm. Ooh, you know what I would like to work with? I would like to go ahead and use... Oh man, is there a mod that I've got where I can use more cylindrical build styles? Is that something I could do, maybe? Hmm. Probably not. Which is a bit annoying. But we've got some time, so let's keep looking here. Capsule? If it will load in as an object, I'd be more than happy to look at it. No? Right then. Hmm. Nope. Okay, so not out that way. That actually does help, interestingly enough. But that's not what I need to be worrying about right now. Oh, elevator stuff. Okay, that's what that's about. Ooh, oh, tunnel interiors, not just like tunnels. Okay. No, never mind. I thought that was like a regular tunnel bit, because if so, I could turn these into structural pieces like, oh, come on. Like that. But no. Well, okay, if I were to go back over here, we're going to go structures, metal, walls. What might we be able to do? See, I like this. But what does that connect to? Certainly not this, right? I guess maybe. Oh, looks like it, okay. Very interesting. Not at all what I would have expected. But that does allow me to do a couple things here. So if we were to go for roofs, we want the rounded roof. But then that's the issue we run into, of course. Of course, why didn't I see that? Roughly, that's what I'm looking for. And what that's going to require of me is to start with this section back here. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. It'll take time, but it's definitely doable. Oh, and realistically, I want to do it over here, not over here. Okay, well that was an interesting test run. Alright, so we'll do it over here. Which causes other problems. Yeah, there's not the spacing over here to do it. Is there? There can be. There certainly can be. It means I gotta change a couple things around, but I'll show you what that actually looks like. Yeah, I'll show you what that looks like. So here's what we'll do. We go like this, all the way over here. Snappy builds. Shell kit floors clean. Now, I were to place you there, we'll move you in like this. All right, and then we're gonna go with roof pieces, right? Yeah. We want a bunch of you. And why I want to excuse me, why I want to use these metal pieces here is because we've got all of these planes, and if we can't get rid of the planes, I might as well utilize the parts that that are there and reformat them into some kind of housing unit. And then we're gonna go over here. Yeah, nice. Okay. Okay, so that then allows me to go in here, go to walls, outer. Oh, I see. The wall part is taller, that's why. I do find it interesting I can attach the metal piece, the metal roof on the interior of the other metal roof, though. I kind of like that. I kind of do like that. No, let's go back over to structures, metal. No, that's not what I want. Back down here at miscellaneous railings. There we go. I want to be able to place you on either end. That way I have somewhere I can attach the signage to for what this location is called. But let's see. Funny thing happened to me. Some girl tried to do a tarot card reading. Well, I'm glad you don't believe in that stuff. You probably shouldn't even be around it, to be entirely honest. Spiritual warfare is more than just the things that you choose to interact with, but a large portion of it is what you are comfortable being around. And the more demonic things you're comfortable being around, the more you're going to run into these kinds of problems. So I would suggest, getting out of there just entirely, if an opportunity like that ever comes up again. There we go. Come over here, do the same. Oh man. All right. And then on the interior, I can place a bunch of stuff from the Snappy Shell Kit. You can go interior clean. I can place a bunch of these guys. But they shouldn't be poking out the top. Okay. Well, if they're going to be poking out of the top like that, then I might as well try and find a different... yeah, I might as well try and find an entirely different build method here. That's too much. Actually, no. What I can do, I can just drop the height of these. Would 60 be enough? Ooh, 60 is just enough. Okay, cool. Alright, yeah, that works. That actually works pretty well. Wonderful. Clean walls. We want one of you. Drop you down by 60 units. Alright, cool. We'll just do the same on the other side. And it's a very narrow space, but this is the Brotherhood we're talking about. These can be very narrow bunks. They don't need to be anything particularly... They don't need to be anything particularly complex. And this is not the officers' quarters. The officers' quarters need to be built differently. Awesome. Nice and narrow. Very, very narrow. And then I would like to, on the back wall, place one of these guys. I get that that's probably not something that I'll be able to do here, but I'd like to. Alright, so if I were to do that, how does that look on the other side? I'm imagining it's poking through, right? Oh, significantly. Okay. Yeah, we're not doing that then. Okay. I could even just turn this back section into another doorway. Yeah, we'll do that. No, I want a doorway that has no holes in the wall. There we go. Or as few holes as I can get. Alright, cool. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll build one more of those, and those will be the bunkhouses for the grunts. And we'll have the officers' quarters on the other end. We'll have the commissary, or rather mess hall, not commissary, because commissary assumes that I'm buying things, which will put stores inside of the embassy itself. Awesome. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I also would like to go ahead and place a secondary roof on the interior here so that we don't have a bunch of leaks in this ceiling. Is there a command to cut the object? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know, actually. You might do well to look that up. But I do not know off the top of my head. No, I would put the shell kit roof in, but it'd be too low. Because the wall is a lot lower than it usually is. So no, we'll just go structures, metal prefabs. Oh, it's because it's a floor piece. That's why it attaches to the ceiling there. I like that. That's cool. Awesome. All right. I guess we just do that a couple more times. Or rather, one more time over here. All right. And then we'll go for the roofs. Over here at curve roof again. Okay, so we got 2 doorways and a bunch of walls to place. All right, cool. Yeah, now I just got the shell kit walls to put up, and then we'll go ahead and decorate these interiors. That is one thing I do like about Brotherhood stuff. It does not need to be overly engineered. It just needs to be functional. It does not need to be extremely detailed. In fact, a lot of the detail comes from the lack of detail for some of their stuff. If you look at things like the Pridwin interior. The interior itself is basically a free-floating structure inside of a giant, inside of the giant aluminum hull of an airship. The walls themselves are, I mean, there's design to them, but it's whatever design comes with that kit piece. Everything else that's part of the design is either clutter that's on the floor or the way that objects are arranged in the space itself. It's not like I have to worry about putting up a bunch of things on the walls or trying to get shelves looking just right or anything like that for the Brotherhood. it does make it easier to build stuff for them. At least in that sense, it's still its own unique challenge, but it's not the same as having to go all out for something like Jamaica Plain, where I'm building a town from scratch. Alright, cool. Yeah, I can use these to justify, you know, why the Brotherhood hasn't cleaned up all of the wrecks of the different airplane bits in the last 9 years, because I can't delete those, so I need to explain why they're here. Awesome. Awesome. What this does is it also gives me a really nice template for hey, if you need to put up just a generic building somewhere else on the airport grounds, do something like this. It works pretty well. There is a mod to go ahead and help you become the Elder. The mod is on Nexus. Let me go ahead and look it up real quick, because I've used it. I've used it myself. And I will grab the name for you of that mod. But there is a mod. It's kind of a core mod to my being able to even do any of the Brotherhood stuff that I can in this game. And how I can make sure that 3 out of the 4 factions are, they play nice. Alright, is this the one? I'm gonna log in to make sure this is the one. Yep, okay. The mod itself is on Nexus, and it is called The Dance Dilemma. Dance spelled like the character name, not like dancing. Yeah, it is The Dance Dilemma. And just download the newest version of it, which is 2.9. Yeah, follow the installation instructions, and then as long as you haven't done certain missions yet, you should be able to survive, or rather not survive. You should be able to face Maxon and have Dance stay in the Brotherhood, or just take the opportunity to become, well, and not necessarily or, and take the opportunity to become the Brotherhood Elder yourself. Now, my character, as the Elder of the Brotherhood, General of the Minutemen, and one of the heavies for the railroad, has a lot of weight to throw around when it comes to establishing new governments in the Commonwealth. All right, I do like our two little metallic semi-temporary structures. It's a temporary structure in the same way that temporary houses are built are put up, but realistically, those buildings always stay the same way. All right. I'm considering maybe putting up some wallpapers, but depending on how many resources they take up here, I'm not going to. Ones I would put up would be, yeah, these guys. You don't even want to go up. Okay, never mind then. We're good. You don't even want to worry about that, then awesome. I'm not going to worry about it. In that case, I'll just put up a bunch of beds, and we will go from there. It is going to be slightly infuriating not having not being able to rely on XY coordinates to go ahead and place objects. But you do what you have to do. This settlement is not properly aligned on the XY axis as it is. Alright, we're going to go furniture, beds, singles, and I want military cot. There we go. I want to make sure it's facing the right way. So the end that is far from me is the headboard. Where's where the headboard would be? All right. Alright, how do I feel about the gap there? The gap is a little wide. Okay. There we go. I could go at least one more time, maybe twice. And then have the other wall be... actually, no. Here's what I'll do. I'll have both of these guys. There we go. Okay, so they'd be facing each other as they go in. Yeah, I should be able to go for one more round. Ooh, there we go. All right, nice. I can do the same on the other side. We will have another building somewhere else, if not just this building here, and then turn that far one into the officers' quarters. Then we'll have the space in between, but we'll have a building that's just an armory. That'll be cool. That'll be nice. That will be very nice. Okay. So yeah, I just go ahead and place the same bed on the other side. We'll grab you. Place you like that. Try and maneuver you over. Hopefully get you very close to inline. Awesome. Alright, it's a little bit off from side to side, but because I don't have the guardrails of coordinate plane to work with here, I'm not going to worry too much about it. And just keep building here. Alright, one more building of these. And then we'll go ahead and decorate the interiors for them. I've got a few ideas I'm working on for these interiors. Just need to go ahead and build them first. Alright, I do want to space these guys out a bit. I just wanted to get them placed first. Make it a bit easier for me. All right. Yeah, I get a feeling I'm going to be a little bit more upset with placing all of these as time goes on. Like, I'm okay with it right now, but I have to pay a lot more attention to the specifics of where it all is placed instead of being able to place it, sort of go through the regular routine and focus on other things at the same time. So this will be interesting. I guess I could also use console. I mean, I can use the console commands. It's just not as clean. All right. I like that it doesn't actually really do a whole lot in terms of increasing the brightness out here because we've got the Pridwin. It's going to take me a while to remember that we have to deal with the fact that the Pridwin's here before I can get some solid lighting here. But we should be okay. We should generally be okay. Alright, awesome. I think the spacing's a little bit more even on these guys. But, importantly, that is finished. That is finished there. So, now I can go ahead and start decorating the interiors. First thing is first, I do want to make sure I can place down a light source that will cover the whole of the build zone. So what we're going to do is right back here. We're going to be as smart about this as we can. And go for one of you. And we're going to go all the way over wherever it is. Is it in here? So we connector. No. There we go. Services, power, the RX-12 conduit. There we go. Now everything for 6,000 units around, which should be the entire build area realistically. Not that I even need to put any lighting in there. But realistically, everything else for the next 6,000 units that needs ambient power connection should be able to be powered very easily. Oh, one other thing I need to do, of course. What was I thinking? We'll go lights, ceiling. Start with this guy. Alright, that works. Now we'll go on ahead. And I would normally place a ceiling fan, but I feel like placing a ceiling fan is going to be a little too... No, we're good. Okay, not too low at all, actually. Yeah, why not? Why not? They need some, you know, airflow and regulation for this kind of stuff when it's when it gets particularly muggy. It's not like these things have the best. It's not like these buildings have the best insulation anyway. Not the most efficient with their energy. cool. Cool, well, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Awesome. So, what I want to do is place footlockers that I will then maneuver underneath each of the beds for, you know, uniform stuff, maybe for personal items. And then on the walls, I'm thinking each of them has their own I'm thinking each of them has a wall mount for their firearm. Yeah, and then we'll keep the heavy stuff in the armory. All right, cool. No. No, that doesn't want to work. Okay. You know what? Because this is supposed to be a well-regulated military organization here, instead of putting any personal items, I'm just gonna put all that stuff in wherever I build the armory. I'll just put it there. Yeah, I'll just put that stuff in the armory. Okay, we will go ahead and place a bunch of footlockers, though. Here we go. Yeah, that is facing the right direction. Awesome. I like that these objects can be placed underneath each of the beds. Awesome. I just got 12 more of those to do. Ugh. Ah. There we go. All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, I need doors on them. Auto close doors, of course, and they gotta swing outwards and not inwards. But yeah, awesome. We got the bunkhouses completed for I mean, I get it's not the right term, but I guess the grunts of the group. You know, not the officers. We don't have the officers. These are not the officers' quarters. And for the commanding officers, I think I'm going to have... Well, it's going to be pairs. It's either going to be 2 or it's going to be 4 commanding officers in the officers' quarters. I think I'm going to build them out like apartments. The bottom floor is going to be a lobby space or more of just a general living space. And then the second floor and potentially third floor, again, it's either going to be 2 or 4 commanding officers for this, depending on who's deployed down here at what time and for what purposes, yada yada yada. The commanding officers are gonna have their own apartments above. Yeah. And what that makes me want to do, although I don't need to for the first floor, what that does make me want to do is it makes me want to have the centerpiece be the half-wide piece. But yeah, if this is just for the first floor, that's not entirely necessary. Alright, cool. Now let's go ahead and put the doors on. Actually, here's what I'll do. I'll match, because I know which side these guys are. I want them facing that way, which means I want the metal door. Ooh, I do like that door. It's not the right kind of door, but I like it. Actually, why not? Yeah. If I can place the door in there, yeah, we'll use that. Looks cool. When I go to open it... Okay, it swings inwards. Ooh, and it's a very short open as well. Okay. That's pretty nice, actually, having a very short open for that door. Cool. I need to go ahead and rotate it so that it, sorry. I pause a lot when I speak. I need to go ahead and rotate it so that it opens outwards. But that is absolutely what I'm looking for. All right, cool. Now, what do I want to do with this extra space back here for this guy? You know what? I will put the trash stuff back here. Yeah, that will be a trash location. And I guess we could put like the full big old green trash bin, but I don't know if we need to. Yeah, it also floats. Never mind. Go with one of these guys. Ooh, and then on the other side... no, it wouldn't be in there, would it? On the other side, I will place the mail. Yeah, a mailbox to go ahead and drop mail items into. Yeah, the Boston Airport's interesting. It has to be a functioning military base, but simultaneously also an embassy, which means it needs a mixture of different functions here. Luckily, I don't need to build out an entirely self-defensive structure like I do with the Prydwen. Okay, that is there, and that is the primary defensive structure for the Boston Airport. This is more so, like I've stated a couple times before. This is for the people who are actually living, or whose shift has them grounded, not airborne, which does change it up a bit. I'm actually very happy I can't really do any custom work on the Prydwen, because I definitely would if I could, and that would be more work than I really can do right now. Like I don't know where I would begin to even tackle building something on the Prydwen. Actually, yes, I do. I would put actually defensible, like mounted cannons or something, you know, some kind of weaponry on the exterior, so that it can defend itself, because the Prydwen as it is now does not have any offensive capabilities. It just has docking mechanisms for vertibirds, and that's it. Early drawings of the Prydwen did have some offensive capabilities attached to it, but for whatever reason, they decided that was not going to work. I don't know exactly why. I know this is not a helium-based vehicle. This is not a helium-based lighter than aircraft kind of airship. This is its power doesn't come from, or rather, its weightlessness does not come from the fact that it's filled with helium or anything. No, it's actually being lifted, which is why you have the little sections. If you can see where my cursor is, the little sections underneath the platforms, those are actually lifting it, and then the big engines in the back push it. There's also an engine. There's also, you know, more engine stuff here, but these lift the thing. It's not like this is lighter than air on its own. Different kind of airship. Yeah, you're right. It would definitely need turrets of some kind to go ahead and handle self-defense stuff. But I cannot build on the Prydwen itself, and that's a good thing. It's a very good thing. I definitely would, if I could. But what we will do, because we've already got a nice sort of guarded section here, we will build out a wall on this end to block off this back section, as being like, hey, you're now leaving the embassy zone and you're entering the Brotherhood military compound, so, you know, don't do that, please. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and put those walls down. Nope, it's not snappy builds that I want. Structures, fences, and walls. Was it junk fence? No. Reinforced. There we go. Alright, we're going to start with the little sections. That way I can get it right. No, I don't want that. Here's what we'll do. Because I know it's facing the right direction where I want it to. That's better. So that's 4, then 8, and 12, or rather 11. This guy here is 2 of these wide. I think I'd rather have it be 12, yeah. All right, we'll go with that. Minus 20, so then we'll drop these guys by 20. There we go. That's nice and even. All right, that brings us into this zone, and I can defend this zone by placing up some turrets. I mean, it would be very Brotherhood of Steel to have the bubble turrets, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's pretty Brotherhood of Steel. Okay. So here's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and make sure that the zone is powered first, because that is a big part of this. Let's go ahead and put up the platforms, and then we'll power it. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so we're then going to go ahead and take care of the power stuff before we go and work on placing the actual turrets up, because they need to be powered first. Bubble turrets, they run off of ambient power, but there has to be ambient power for them to actually operate. Awesome. Alright, now I can put up some bubble turrets. Yeah, the Gatling laser is definitely very, very Brotherhood. Don't know if it will be able to hit anything, but it's kind of a big deal if I am going to have people living here. It is kind of a big deal. And I've built all the beds I technically need to. If I were to have a maxed out settlement, the most I could get in place here would be 24-ish settlers. Naturally, at the very least. Yeah, the bubble turrets aren't going to be able to hit anything. Okay. Here's what we'll do instead. Here's how we'll handle that. Toggle clipping. Place you down. All right, and then connectors, we're going to go there. Wonderful. Okay, we're definitely going to need to put up a second section that's just right up here in front of the actual in front of this extra little section here. I just need to know how far out this goes. Oh, okay. Oh, pretty far, all things considered. Basically right up to the far end of that rounded section is as far out as this goes, which is helpful. That gives me a few things I can work on. Okay, good. That does make it a bit easier. And then we're outside the buildable area over there. Okay, so from that section to that back section there, basically I just follow the perimeter of the, I just need to follow the perimeter here of the parking structure, and then we're in business. Cool. Well, if I can get that down, then wonderful. We are in business here. Let's work on that. Having a solid defense score is kind of important when you have a settlement that you're trying to build up, especially if you actually expect settlers to live in it. There's only one settlement that only ever gets attacked for story purposes, or at least almost always only gets attacked for story purposes, and that's the castle. The number of times that I've actually been attacked outside of story reasons with the castle, I can count on one hand. Ah. There we go. That's what was causing issues. I accidentally picked the insert key. All right, nice. Oh, okay, so that's the edge. More or less. Oh, no, no, no. I see. Yeah, we're like outside of the build zone. Okay. I see what you're saying. How about, instead of going out as far as I possibly can, which I know is new for us, how about instead we go like this. Oh, hold on. Can I delete those bushes, maybe? No? Okay, just the road piece. Oh, well. I like that. All right, now if I were to go inside, how far in does that cut? Ooh, that cuts very noticeably into that section. Okay, well, instead, I will then go ahead and just round you off with the corner one instead. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, wonderful. And I will do the same for you. Round you off with our corner piece there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, well then here's what we need. Yeah, I like it. I like it. It gives us a little bit of room to work with out here to turn this into, like, to have the sign here actually talk about the embassy instead of just saying, hey, welcome to Boston International Airport. Because no one knows what an international airport is 200 years after airports have gone extinct. This can work a lot better in that form. Okay, cool. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's get right into the news. No, let's go ahead and put up some turrets here as well. What we do is that it creates a barrier for anyone trying to get in this way. Also, it creates a bit of a kill box in here. Because we got turrets there and we got turrets here. If anything were to make its way into the zone, or maybe it spawns in here, because sometimes that happens, we've got a kill box, which is very helpful. It's a defensive maneuver that has existed for as long as defensive structures have existed, really. Whether they're murder holes or kill boxes is not the important detail. All right, cool. Oh, come on. Awesome. I love it. I love it. It's not too, we're not too heavy on the sentry turret placement here. It's going to be just enough. Just enough. All right. We're going to go connectors. Ah, I see. There we go, 96 power. Or 96 defense, rather. Alright, let's go ahead and extend the amount of build space we have left, because we're going to need to do that multiple times as we continue here. There we go. Nice and big in terms of build space now. And, ooh, we can also, of course, go ahead and place down some rad scrubbers. Yes, that would be very nice. All right, and then we will line up a couple here. Wonderful. Go ahead and turn on the arch, make sure that that stays turned on. Awesome. So now the only way into the embassy is through a rad scrubber. And everyone has to go through it. Very helpful. Very helpful. And it's a mist, you know, you're not drenching yourself. This is, yeah, that's nothing. It just needs to, it's just for decontamination. You're not, of course, oh, hold on. Very, scratching my, my leg there. Very itchy. You're not, like, soaking your clothes in it or anything. It's just a mist as you walk into the space. Oh, but I do instead want you to attach there and across. Guess I want the wires out of the way to the best of my ability. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. It doesn't. I'm sure it doesn't seem like we've done a lot here, but we've already been here for almost 2 hours now, working on stuff. It's a slow process as I figure out. Okay, how are we getting back into the swing of things here? How are we getting back into the flow? Yeah, I'm not going to mess too much with this back section. Yeah, not going to mess with it at all, actually. All right, cool. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and put some signage down here for the bunkhouses. I know that the next stream on Monday, if I've got one thing that will take most of, if not all of my time, it will be the officers' quarters. All right, and then the Brotherhood loves the color orange, I guess. I guess that's their color now. Yeah. So we'll have the lighting for that. The decorations, signs, neon. Lighting be orange. Yeah, okay, cool. I could put the signs on the back. I probably should put the signs on the back as well, because the doors are there. Yeah, we've got the time. I will. All right, cool. I guess the lights would have shown up again. I always forget about the Pridwin. The lights definitely would have shown up either way. All right then. Well, still helpful. Still very helpful. All right, with the last hour, do I want to go ahead and build out a I want to go ahead and build out a bathroom and sort of wash house scenario, or rather a bathhouse scenario that's got showers and restrooms. Yeah, probably. I mean, it's either that or I build out the armory, one of the two, and I think my time would better be spent with the bathrooms because those take more time. That's probably the better way to go about it right now. So where am I going to build those? How far out back this way do I have room to build? Okay, not very far. Not very far. Okay. Yeah, in that case, I'm not going to worry about anything back here. My turret's shooting at things. Do you hear that? Oh no, it's something in here. Okay. Just on the next floor? Is it something up there? Like, seriously, what is that noise? Oh, okay. Well, whatever this is making noise. This looks like a miniaturized version of the teleporter thing. That's a weird noise, man. Also, what's with this being a defensible structure? Is that just because the well, actually no. It's if the rest of the airport was destroyed, I do understand that. Never mind. Very weird noise though. All right, cool. So next what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to replace this section, this whole thing here. And what do I mean by replace? Well, we can do a couple things. We can come in here and first go ahead and place down some display stuff here. You can place a bunch of these guys down. All right, awesome. Wonderful. Now we've just got a clean board to work with. Wonderful. Wonderful. And it uses in-game assets to do it. Very helpful. Okay. We can now go ahead and place the... or that be decorations back in signs, neon. Okay, let's figure out what's going to be written up here. It will be Capital Wasteland Embassy. Is that at the same height? I think so. Hey, Sophia Fernandez, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you very, very much for the follow. I think I can get this here. Oh, it's gonna be a tight squeeze, but I think I can do it. Oh no. Here's what we'll do. Stream's going good. Thank you very much for asking. Thank you very kindly. Capital, and then Wasteland will be in orange because this is a location under the control of the Brotherhood. And then I'll move these over. All right, perfect. Now I just need to make sure the whole thing is lit up, of course. So I will go ahead and place a little bit of lighting behind the sign. Awesome. Now we've got plenty of more room to put some more lettering up here. How much time has passed since played this game? I don't know what question you're asking. Like, how long have I been playing today? I've been playing for the last 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 30 seconds. But I guess I need a bit of clarification. Okay, so other than Capital Wasteland Embassy, what else needs to be written down here? What else needs to be written down here? I need to mention, of course, that it's under the protection of the Brotherhood of Steel. I need to put up some flags. You know, I can mount some flags on the wall to go ahead and be like, hey, look, these are the people involved. Yeah, here's what we'll do. Put a Minutemen flag on one side. Put the Brotherhood flag on the other. And then waving will be an American flag. Because that's all I have right now to signify the... that's all I have at the moment to go ahead and signify our boys, the new Commonwealth Provisional Government. I'll have it waving right there. Nope, not right there, not clipping. That's better. Okay, that means I need to rotate these flags 180 degrees, but that's okay. And I need to get up much closer to do it. Awesome. Oh, that was an odd bit of lag there for a second on the stream. I don't know if that was just on my stream view or if that was all of you guys. All right, H double O D. We're going to go with yellow for protected by, or protected by the. Actually, yeah, it's centered better than protected by the would have been. Capital Wasteland Embassy, protected by Brotherhood of Steel. Ooh, yes, I should pick a date for when the embassy was put here, shouldn't I? So 2287 is when the events would have taken place for the story, which means that 2296 is the current year in my playthrough. So I'm going to say that I'm going to say 2290. Let's make it a nice round number. $22.90. Awesome. I like it. I like it. It's a bit bare bones, I'll grant that. But working with all the assets that I have, that's not bad at all things considered. Oh boy, you know, you love getting Instagram notifications for things that you probably don't want to look at, don't you? Don't you just love that? Isn't that your favorite thing in the world? Especially when it's not like a page you're following, it's just, oh, look, this is a thing you might be interested in. I can guarantee you I'm not interested in it. I can guarantee you it's not as cool as the algorithm thinks it is. All right, we've got about half an hour left. What do I want to do with our last half hour here? I did say build out bathrooms, didn't I? I did say that. We probably should at least build out a bathroom structure. They can be rather basic, but we do need somewhere for our guys to use the restroom. We do need somewhere. I guess I could well, yeah, why not? Why not actually see what's inside of the airport itself? See if there's anywhere in here that we could build out that would be a pretty good place to put some bathrooms. If not, then, you know, no big deal realistically. Whatever's in those boxes, I will have to check out later. There we go. Alright, how far out of the building area am I back here? Look at that, I'm not. Okay, cool. Well, if I'm not outside the building zone... we'll go ahead and build the bathrooms out this way. Actually, no, we'll build the water treatment out here. Yeah, that's the smarter move. Yeah, I cannot place an air rod yet. But I can build a couple of industrial water purifiers. Yes, that's right. And we can go ahead and build a station out here to go ahead and test the water to make sure it's purified water and that there's no contaminants getting into it. Alright, cool. Yeah, 120 water, that's more than they're probably ever going to need. all things considered, that's probably more than they're going to use. But we will go ahead and build a little shed out here that we can turn into, if we don't have the time to today, we can go ahead and turn it into a little lab to go ahead and make sure all of the water is taken care of. I say go ahead and very often, I've noticed. All right, awesome. That's good in place. There we go. I need these up here so that I can put the wall. I can attach the wall pieces to it, and then I can replace these with floors that I actually care about. Okay, so that is a hard limit. That's fine. If that's a hard limit, I can narrow the lab space. That's really not all that difficult. Comparatively, that's no problem for me. All right, cool. Yeah, the corner probably wouldn't work, would it? Oh well. All right, cool. Those are all well in placed. We'll go ahead and raise these up a bit, and then we'll have a staircase that goes up into the space itself. And then on this section, there we go. Cool. Cool. Now for this building, I think we will go for for the brick. Well, would we? Would we go for the brick, or would we go for something else? We've got the warehouse kit. We could use the warehouse kit for this. It's a rather small building, and we could justify it still by being like, hey, we tore apart some of the airplane terminal stuff that's been here that we don't use because we don't use planes anymore. Yeah, I'll do that. The walls with the least number of holes, of course. As one would expect. Oh, that's not part of it. Okay. You know what? Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and replace these walls here. All right, great. That way we get some light in throughout the day. And then for the roofs, okay. All right, nice. Ooh. Got broken glass. That's not what I want. I guess we'll have to go with it though, because this version doesn't have any glass at the end. Oh well. Guess that's just what we gotta do. Alright, warehouse, we'll go with the stairs. We'll go with you. And in here we'll have a bunch of equipment. And then out here we'll build a little bit of a jetty. If we can, geez, okay. If not, we'll just have to go over to somewhere that should allow us to here. Alright, I guess not. In that case, I'm just going to replace that with a glass wall piece again. Give us a little bit more light in this space. Ooh, and you know what that would allow me to do? I could put this guy in between these two wall pieces here. Yeah, we'll do that. Actually, what would happen? Do we have a... Oh, yeah, we do. Look at that. We do have a half wall. Well, alright then. Yeah, we'll go like that. And then this wall will just be... well, another one of these guys. The one that actually has glass, though. Alright, cool. Now I can go ahead and, with the last 15-ish minutes, work on this in here. Fill it with a bunch of tech-related things that, you know, will serve a couple purposes. We'll have a chemistry station in here. We'll also have a couple of monitors that, or monitoring devices that will help to make sure that, hey, yeah, the water is in fact clean. Yeah, we'll put one of these in here, and this will go ahead and this will be a panel that we can use to monitor each of these machines. So we'll go ahead and place two of them. We got you there. And you there. If not, we'll go on and move you in a little bit. Alright, cool. So those will monitor the two water purifiers. Then in crafting, let's go grab ourselves a chemistry station. Yeah, we're going for the big one, of course. I mean, you gotta. Alright, cool. Cool. And then I'll need a couple of other electronic devices in here. I know it's probably not the smartest idea to have a bunch of electronics right on the shore here. But if we're making sure that all of the water is pure and stays pure, we kind of need to. Let's go decorations, miscellaneous electronics, and consoles. We'll go white. It seems to be what our boys here are using anyway. We'll raise these devices up a little bit if that's going to cause us trouble. Alright, cool. I need a shorter corner piece. I'd like a shorter corner piece. If I could... There we go. Awesome. Alright, I love it. I love it. Place you there, place you there. And then we'll go ahead and we don't need any chairs or anything for this section. This really is just a monitoring section and a chem station to go ahead and test water samples, all that kind of stuff. We'll put some lockers back here, but not too much else we need to do for this. That would be furniture containers storage, right? Yeah. Yeah, boy. Okay. All right, cool. All right, we need 6. And I'd rather have those guys than just try and place these guys in place, you know? I like having the individuals. They look nice and actually usable. Yeah, much better. Much better. All right, cool. And then just to make it, you know, look right. We'll place a couple of you guys on the back. Alright, cool. That'll tie them into the system, at least visually speaking. I know that nothing in there needs to be powered, but visually speaking, it looks good. And then we'll put a light on the ceiling. Nothing, nothing special. Just one of these guys. I'll line you up. Alright, awesome. And then we go for a door to the exterior section. Good, it swings inwards. Awesome, well that's what I wanted. That's all the stuff I wanted for this. Great. Great. This building does partially feel like it's sunken into the floor a little bit. I know it isn't. But it certainly kind of feels like it. Oh, it's probably because the stairs. Yeah, that's what it would be. It's the stairs. Okay. Well, nice. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at all the things that we've taken care of. So we've got our water purifier and water maintenance shed. We can't open that door. That's fine. And we will circle around this way. All right, we went ahead and worked on the alpha and beta bunks here for our foot soldiers, whether they're knights or whether they're scribes. They are not the upper officers. That's something we'll probably take care of on Monday over on the other end. And then we also went through here and took care of some more defensive walls to handle. We've got the courtyard here for the embassy and the Brotherhood stronghold. Right on in through here to get to all of this stuff up here if you're not using the stairs on the other side. The parking structure, the only access, I believe, the only access is from this side. Right? Let me go and check back here to make sure. No, okay, there is access on this side, which means I'll probably end up blocking the parking structure off, if anything. Just to make sure that it doesn't become a, that it doesn't, you know, look like it's a logistical problem as a defensive structure. I'll go ahead and block that off. We haven't touched the interior of the airport terminal yet. We got our walls, we got our turrets, we got our rad scrubber, and the sign now for the Capital Wasteland Embassy. I like it. Awesome. All right. Well, that's basically all I've got for today. I know we're a couple minutes early, but I will go ahead and begin our wind down now. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has genuinely been a lot of fun. I'm making my saves as I'm talking about this. I'm glad to be back. I did finish the video. The review for the first episode of Batman Caped Crusader. It is completed. It is up on YouTube, but it is not currently visible by anyone because Warner Brothers has copyrighted the video, and it's not a soft copyright that allows me to that allows me to go ahead and present it, but I can't monetize it. No, they've gone ahead and removed it from my page, and so I'm disputing that right now, and it could take anywhere between 48 hours and 30 days for them to respond, so I might not be making more Caped Crusader review videos. Which is a bit it's a bit of a double-edged sword. On one hand, I don't like the show so far. I've seen a little bit of the second episode. And I wasn't happy with the first episode, so this isn't the worst thing in the world for me not to be able to make videos for this. At the same time, I did promise I would make videos for this, and so I feel like I'm reneging on an agreement by not making these videos, but if I cannot put them up on YouTube, there's not really much of a point to trying to make them. I might as well just dedicate a portion of each stream to talking about the episodes as I have notes for them, if I'm going to do anything like that. But that wouldn't really go over so well as a standalone video. The video kind of needs a lot of the visual elements that I use for the review as a whole. I put a ton of time into it. The video's like twice as long as the actual episode. There's actual discussion that goes on in this. There's actual review. It's not just I tell you what happens. And I followed all of the Creative Commons fair use guidelines as set up by the federal government. So I should not have these problems. But Warner Brothers does not like me, apparently. Apparently they're not big fans, so I'm just gonna have to wait until I hear back about that. But if it goes through, then I'll go ahead and continue reviewing, although that might mean that each episode has to go through this process, but as long as the videos go up, and they stay up, then I will be happy about that. I just need to wait to hear back about this first one before I can go ahead and post any more. So that's what's going on with that. In case you guys wanted to know what I was doing yesterday, the video took me all of Thursday night and all of Friday to put together. Thursday night after the stream and the entirety of Friday to put the video together. Because there was so much editing involved. I had to cut down 3 hours of me talking into usable footage, which ended up being 55 minutes of footage for the review. Because, as you know from watching our live streams here, whether live or on the VOD, that I have a lot of ums and ahs and pauses where I'm focusing on a couple different things and trying to split my focus. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot putting the video together, and I was very proud of the video that I did put together. What I will do is I'll go ahead and show you guys what the thumbnail was, because I was happy with the thumbnail. I was very, very proud of the thumbnail here. Let me go ahead and... Where is it? There it is. Okay. I'll go over here. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I want... There we go. That's the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail. I was very proud of this thumbnail. But yeah, if all goes well, on my CN Games channel, somewhere between the next 2 days and the next 30 days, you'll see a video that's got this thumbnail up, and hopefully watch it. I enjoyed making this video, and honestly, this is how it felt. It felt like I was trapped watching this crappy show. Not very happy. Not very happy with the show. Really wish it was better. Should have been better. There's no particularly good reason that it couldn't have been, but that's basically all I have to say about that. Thank you guys so much for watching, as I've already said. If you've been watching live and haven't already done so, consider following me here on Kick, and turn on notifications, and you'll know as soon as I live stream next, which is usually Mondays through Saturdays, which is why I'm not streaming tomorrow. 4:30 Central to about 7:30 Central. And then for those of you watching on the VODs channel, thank you very much for doing so. Consider leaving a like, commenting, subscribing, and turning on notifications if you want to know when the next one of these gets uploaded, or any of the other live streams that I do get uploaded. And if you are on the VOD side, check the description for the list of all of the settlement mods that I'm using, as well as as links to the other YouTube channels, my main channel and my commentary channel, which I guess it's a commentary channel. Just by default of the idea of it is that I'm talking about things, not really in a particular format. So by that definition, it's a commentary channel, but it's not like, a drama channel or whatever. No, it's just if I feel like I want to talk about something, that's what CN Speaks is for. It's a very descriptive title. And you'll also find links to ways to support me monetarily if you feel like doing so. I am overwhelmed by the support that you guys have already given me in terms of views and subscriptions. The settlement tour video for Jamaica Plain is doing very well, so thank you very much for that. And as soon as we hit 500 subscribers, I can turn on memberships and start producing exclusive content just for those of you who have supported me that way, which I think is pretty cool. I've not really had that opportunity before, so I'm looking forward to it. But that is all for a later time. What I'm trying to say now is thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one on Monday, approximately the same bat time, same bat channel. Have a good one.